Hi everyone. I've been thinking about the concept of intelligence for quite a while, and I cannot put my finger on it, what it really is to be intelligent. Lately at uni, which I've just finished, hurrah, um, we've been being taught about IQ tests and intelligent tests and testing people's intelligence. And I've also been watching a lot of documentaries on autistic savants, which, if you're not aware, are people who suffer from autism but also are extraordinarily good at one thing in particular, like genius amount of good. That sounded really intelligent, Holly. Um, And it got me thinking as to what intelligence really is and how psychology just messes it up completely. Now, contrary to our popular belief, not every autistic person is a genius deep down. Being a savant is actually very, very rare. A lot of people think that if you have autism, you have some amazing ability to do something really special, but most of the time it is just a brain disorder and learning difficulties and all the stuff that comes with it. But every once in a while you come across someone that has extraordinary abilities for a human. Some of those include being able to remember everything they've ever read. Some of them are, I think there was a 10-year-old boy who could compose jazz pieces that adults had never seen before or heard before. There's Temple Grandin, who I'm currently reading her book called Life in Pictures, where she was able to kind of get inside the mind of cattle and livestock and stuff like that and develop more comfortable slaughterhouses for them and kind of get into their mind's eye, because she couldn't understand humans but she could understand animals perfectly. So when you look at people like that, you think, oh wow, they're amazing, they're geniuses. But then you find that a lot of these autistic savants can't dress themselves in the morning, can't go out in public by themselves, wouldn't be able to cross the road by themselves. So does that still constitute as being intelligent? Does having that genius side to them block out all of the normal life activities that most other people can do without thinking about? But they just can't wrap their head around the fact that pants go on this way and breakfast is made with a bowl and a spoon. What does it mean? Does it mean they're intelligent? Does it mean that they're dumb? Does it mean that they're mentally retarded? I don't know. If an autistic savant was to be tested via the normal IQ tests that are given out, the Wechsler Adult Intelligence Scales, they would fail miserably. They would be classed as mentally retarded or very, very unintelligent. So where does that leave us? Also, the thing that really bugs me about generalised IQ tests is the cultural differences. In Western society, here in Australia where I live, academia is very valued in society, and you are smart if you can read a book, if you can do maths, if you can do this, that, think critically. However, if you were to go a couple of 100 kilometres inland, you would find Aboriginal communities in which music and art and foraging for food would be their utmost concern with regards to intelligence. So who's to say who's right and who's dumb or who's wrong? If the Aboriginal people of Australia were to take a generalised IQ test, they would fail miserably too, because it hasn't been ingrained in them that that is an important part of life. Being able to know general knowledge or being able to spell certain words, and it's not important to them. They don't need to know that in order to have a good and happy life. Sure, intelligent tests are good, especially for children who are struggling in school, so that the psychologist or the tester can pinpoint certain aspects that the child isn't doing well in, and then the teachers and the parents can help them with those. However, for adults, I find the whole system ridiculous, because what is intelligence? If you've grown up in a white Western society, it's being able to read and write and do maths. That's intelligence. Being able to remember random facts. Who was Cleopatra? All that kind of stuff, which had no significance to someone outside of our very white Western culture. it makes me lose so much faith in psychology. I mean, I've done it for 4 years now. I know that doesn't sound a lot compared to others, but 4 years straight of being told this is what intelligence is, this is what happiness is, this is what this is. And it's not, it's all subjective. It's all Western society, what they think is intelligent, or what they think is happy, or what they think is a good life. I'm sure that stuff like that doesn't matter to people living in rural areas or anywhere else outside big cities or wherever white people don't live. It really annoys me because I find people like savants amazing and they have amazing genius qualities, but according to society, they're not intelligent. They simply have one really, really good skill, but then they're not intelligent in the rest of their life. So who's to say who's intelligent or not? And plus, there's so many different kinds of intelligence. You can have musical ability, creativeness, spatial awareness, body movement, logical, numbers, intrapersonal, interpersonal, just social intelligence, all that kind of stuff. But if you don't conform to general white Western society standards, then you're not intelligent at all. Plus, you need to be put in a institution and learn some good white stuff. I know it sounds very bad white people-ish, but it is, because we've decided this is what intelligence is. And your little cultural differences don't really matter because we have this beautiful IQ test that works on so many different white people. So, yeah, that was just my little blurb about intelligence, as I've been thinking about it a lot lately, because I used to think of myself as intelligent, and I still do, because I do exhibit some worldwide aspects of it, like logical reasoning and being able to live day to day and looking after myself and all that. But in other places, I'm terrible. Spatial awareness? No. Which, I know, I'm a woman, ha ha ha. But what is intelligent? You tell me.